But victory in that situation, for you, I might add, has been a bittersweet thing. Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now this is a general reading for those born in the year of the Rooster. So it's late October as I'm filming this, so I suppose I'm intending it for October, November time. Although the reading's useful whenever you come to it, or could be useful anyway. So it's a general reading rules apply. Roles can be reversed. Now, I normally feel a bit iffy about that statement, but looking at these cards, there's 3 ways I can interpret them. And I'm not any more attracted to one way than I am another. So there's a shape of events that's coming to you, but you may be playing different roles within it, each of you. Now, timing is far from absolute, as it always is with tarot or any form of divination. But what you can do is ask a question beforehand with this reading. So take a moment if you need it. Pause the video, think about all the questions that are around you. Focus on one of them. But be aware of all of them, because the cards will answer what they want. But focus on one of them. It gives energy to the process, and hopefully I will give you an answer. And if not, then the universe will find a way for you to get that answer. Don't worry about that. So, housekeeping, there's a link for the Facebook page for this channel in the description down below. Now, there I obviously post all these videos. So, yes, please do subscribe while you're here, but YouTube notifications have been a bit weird this year, let's be honest. So I post all these videos, but I also post all the astrology sort of weather forecast videos that I watch, you know, your week ahead, your month ahead. I try to make the page a bit of a one-stop shop for anything that you're wanting to keep up with. And yay, learn all the astrology the same way I'm doing. And yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, no, it's not it. There's an inbox on that page. So if you're wanting to contact me, for a personal reading, that's the best place to do it. But you can get me on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Tumblr as Sunchild Adventures, if anyone still uses it, which apparently they do. Yeah, but yeah, I'm on Instagram now as well. I'm coming into the modern age. So let me bring the cards up, because that's my housekeeping over and done with. Thank you for returning subscribers if you are coming to watch me, and welcome if you're a newbie to the channel. Hope you like what you see and that you stay around for a while. Right, let's bring the cards up. So, you're starting at a really good place here, Rooster, but there's some interesting messages that are coming through, because we start with the 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups with Knight of Pentacles. Slow progress, but firm progress on something that you have felt was better than wish fulfillment. That was something that was bringing you a lot of happiness. But 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles here, actually getting a harvest out of that has proved to be a balancing act. Has proved to be, I don't want to say more work than it's worth, but I do want to say that it's not been the only thing you have had to focus on. And there seems to have been some form of other concern that has been affecting your ability to gain a harvest from this wonderful situation that you've been in. But victory in that situation, for you, I might add, has been a bittersweet thing. You know, it may well be that you have, say for example, there's a friend who doesn't learn their lessons and is constantly repeating the same mess again and again and again and again, and you've been having to deal with that and work with that and trying to, while maintaining your own life, you've been trying to pick up for them, and you've got to the point where you go, no more. You're doing the same thing again, and I'm not picking this up anymore. I've had enough. Which is a little heartbreaking in itself, because Six of Wands clarified by the Three of Swords. There is that sense of, yes, I've won, I've got control over everything that I need control of, and I've no longer got that disruptive influence, but I've still lost my friend. That's just an example. I'm not saying that that's the shape of it. But there's also, another way is for you to achieve some form of victory where you've been preparing to set off to do something that you find a little bit distasteful, a little bit sort of, yeah, I don't really want to do that. Whatever it is, I really don't want to do it because I don't like what it says about me. I don't like the position that I'm putting myself in by doing that. Now, I can't say whether that's a good or a bad thing, but we have got the devil on the bottom of the clarification deck, which indicates that somewhere along the line, there has been some form of limiting yourself. Now, it may well be, okay, we have Ace of Pentacles. How interesting. Okay, so that makes more sense to me now. I feel that somewhere along the line you've been stopping yourself from a new beginning. But I do want to say this, using my friend example, or your friend example, I should say, that completely and totally, this is not what I thought the reading was going to be about, but completely and totally withdrawing the support is not necessarily the best move. It will lead to that heartbreak, as I say, but there may be something where you're feeling, I don't want to do this. But we have, from the Angelarium deck, we have Chesed, the Sephiroth Chesed, empathy. So there may be some battle that you have to fight where you're not really wanting to fight that battle, but you're also aware that if you don't, your harvest remains out of balance. Now, the reason I'm going for the angle like this is we have from the Kuan Yin Oracle, Maiden Magu. And Maiden Magu is a spirit of spring who reminds us that things are growing, things will always grow, things will sprout new life, but they sprout new life out of darkness, out of winter. Spring follows winter. So if you've been working on a shadow side, which again, what that devil would imply, that good, I'm glad you've been working on that shadow side. I'm really, really glad, because you're going to start seeing the benefits of it. But this is, like I said, there's two things going on here, because Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, you're in a good position, but this middle row indicates some form of, now I can read that two ways as well. 5 to the 6 of Coins from the In-Between Tarot. It's a card about accepting help. Now, when it appeared in one of these other readings this month, I was like, ooh, I don't like them. I don't trust them. Their smiles are too fake. They're too customer servicey. But this time, I'm feeling more that they're very well-meaning, very well-intentioned, but there's conflict there with this 5 of Swords. So could it be that you have offered some help and it's been rejected? Could it be that you are someone who's come in to assist you has offered some help and you've reacted against it, or it's help that you really don't want and really don't need. Again, I would stress that lesson of Chesed, empathy here, of surely you can see why they've done it, so there's a nice way to let them go. Then we have the 7 to the 8 of Swords. Now, this card symbolises the last ray of hope, according to the book. But again, I got that sense of somebody coming in. Because my first thought as I laid the card was, that's somebody I would feel happy with coming to rescue me. You know, there's that sense of competence. Even though, broken sword, you know, what good is a broken sword? Well, it is a little bit of good. But there was that sense of competence and determination. Now, this got clarified with the 8 of Cups. So, somewhere here, you are getting out of a situation that you're been chained in, that you're not wanting to necessarily be in, but it's not a situation that will go, it's not a situation that will disappear, because with that 8 of Cups, the cups are all left nicely for you to come back to it if you need to, but you need to forge ahead yourself bravely. This is what this Ace to the 2 of Swords says. It's almost like you are going to forge ahead ignoring something deliberately. Think about what the 2 of Swords represents, that being blind to something. I'm going to, my brain's completely disappeared, and I have forgotten what these hexagrams were about. So, right, 46. Earth, wind below the earth, or earth above, wind below. So that is, again, showing that symbolism of germination, of springtime, of new growth coming in. And I think that there is this harvest card here with the 7 of Pentacles is indicating that you need the opportunity to enjoy the new growth. And Maiden Magoo indicates that you've worked for it. You have been going through that shadow time, and now's the time to come out. Now is people reaching out, so do not limit yourself by rejecting help when it turns up, because there is one person, certainly, or one influence, one fact maybe, that's going to turn your head and go, that way. I've been heading that way, and that's why I've been banging my head against a brick wall that I can't see, but I need to go that way. And it's like they give you that hope, that inspiration, that sense of oomph. And I also feel that they're not someone that hangs around. They're not someone that stays around, you know. It's literally, say this centurion fella is wandering along and you're there being sucked under the swamp. You know, you're up to there with mud, and the more that you move, the more, you know, the more the mud is going. He comes along, fishes you out, and he carries on going where he was going, but in the meantime, he saved you from the swamp. And that makes you go, now I can go that way, and now I'm out of this swamp. Now, number 27 is Thunder Below the Mountain. It's recognizing discontent when it comes, because this bottom row indicates it's time for you to level up. It's time for you, it is time for you to claim that victory. So whatever it is that there's a victory that you really, do I really want to do it? Do I really want to do it? Yeah, unfortunately, yes, you do want to do it. Because you need to forge ahead bravely and do some things that you maybe don't want to do, to allow other people in, because letting someone in card here, 8 to the 9 of coins, 7 to the 8 of swords, and the Four of Wands here are all about letting someone else in, but first you've got to remove yourself from something that you really, really don't want to. And it has appeared good. Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. But progress has been so slow that maybe it's not as good as what you was thinking it is, because Knight of Swords reversed on the bottom, of my double deck indicates you've not been moving fast enough, and that is very much a perfect mirror image to this dignified Knight of Pentacles at the start here. But there's also, with this Ace to the Two of Cups on the bottom of the in-between tarot, that's indicating untapped emotional potential. So there's something where, as good as all this has seemed, there's something better. There's something better once you've got rid of whatever this disruptive influence is, even though you really don't want to. But you will find that you are better able to access your harvest if you put down one of the burdens that you are carrying. Putting down one of those burdens enables you to level up, enables you to have this victory where you are not on your own. That's it, the other coming together card. Not just the Four of Wands, but the Hermit reversed. You know, there's where you are not necessarily on your own. Oh yeah, and the other come together card is here with the phrase come together on it. So there's definitely a sense of joining with others that I'm not sure that here at the start, although everything seems lovely, it's not as lovely as it could be, and it feels like there's one force, one factor dominating your life, which is actually limiting how you can best process some of this shadow work. Because some of this Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, Ace to the Two of Swords is indicating that there is shadow work to be done, or there is even shadow work that has been done. You just have to follow it up in the real world by saying to this one influence, no more. No. And I do get the distinct impression that you don't want to do it, but you need to forge ahead bravely, which is what this card is saying. You need to forge ahead bravely to actually get to the point of celebration and commitment that you are after. So I hope that makes sense to you. Now I'm just going to dive into... I pulled a verse from the Tao Te Ching. It's verse 8, to be like water. And I was watching Tanya Gabrielle, I think she's called. She does astronumerology. Great channel. I think I posted her video this morning on my Facebook channel, Facebook page. And number 8 is very much a lucky number, bringing fortune and so on and so forth. So... verse number 8, to be like water. The greatest good is like water. It benefits all life without being noticed. It flows even to the lowliest places where no one chooses to be, and so it is very close to the Tao. It settles only in quiet locations. Its deepest heart is always clear. It offers itself with great goodness. It keeps its rhythm as it keeps its promises. It governs tributaries as it governs its people. It adapts to all necessities. It moves at the right moment. It never flaunts its goodness, and so it never attracts any blame. I think what Chesed is representing here is not that you've been you need to be empathetic to this one force factor person that has been limiting you and preventing you from a new beginning. It's that you need to have the empathy for all these other characters that are around here that could really and honestly, truly benefit you. But you seem to have been so focused. And with that Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. Now, I'm almost getting a sense of there's been that feeling of, well, I'm all right, Jack. And I don't mean that in a nasty way. I don't mean that in the dismissive way. It's just you felt you were fine. But to really get the advantage out of the situation that you were in, you couldn't fully access the harvest because of this one other factor that was limiting you. So, yeah, you need empathy to this one factor that has been limiting you, but you need empathy to a whole lot more than that. Because if you only have empathy for that limiting factor, then that factor will keep limiting you. But if you are opening up, and like I say, I do feel with these Six of Wands here, there's a way you have to level up. So, and it's something that you don't really want to do, and it will hurt having this victory. So it feels like I was saying, that saying no to something or someone that you don't really want to do because it's not really that fair. But that's something where I think you do need to do it. You do need to, if you're not getting rid of this one limiting factor, which I do advise you do, but if you don't, what you do need to do is make space for all of these other personalities and all of these other energies to come in as well. Otherwise, you won't get the growth. You won't get the benefit of the situation that you're in, because the harvest from that has been way too slow, because you've been juggling the priority of that harvest with something else, and you don't need to be juggling it with that something else. And the more influences you get in here, the less you need to juggle. It's almost like you're spreading the weight. In fact, that's what I might call the reading, spreading the weight. Spreading the weight around, something like that. So I hope that means something to you, Rooster. If it does, please do comment. Let me know. Tell me. So I don't think I'm just talking nonsense to a camera. Now, the next readings to come out will be the full moon readings that I'll start working with. I've got 2 more Chinese Zodiac to do, and then I'll be starting on the full moon readings ready for Halloween. Which is a really interesting full moon, which I will be doing a couple of videos about, I think. And then Halloween is actually this channel's 1-year-old birthday. So I'm hoping to live stream that evening, Mars and Mercury retrograde willing. I hope the tech gods smile on me. But I intend to be live streaming in the evening, UK time, so that would be late afternoon, early evening, East Coast America time, mid-afternoon West Coast Pacific Standard Time, and wherever you are in the middle. Breakfast in America, I think I worked out, or it might be breakfast in Tokyo, actually. But if you're in, breakfast in America, breakfast in Australia. So if you're in Australia or Tokyo, come and join me for breakfast. Come and join me for whatever meal that you care to. And no idea what I'm going to live stream about yet, but I will have plenty of decks of cards. All right? Cheers.